Hello, Children's Literature Online students. This is Amy Marcos, the instructor for the course, and I just wanted to take a minute and record a screencast and talk you through Module 1, how it's organized, the assignments that are included, because this will set kind of like the foundational pattern for future modules in the class. So what you're seeing here is a screencast video of our Canvas shell. Right, so when you get into Canvas and you open up our course, you come to the home page. Over here on the left, you're going to see that these are the main tabs that we're going to be using, and most prominently, you're going to want to use the Module tab. Okay, so I'm going to click on Modules, and you'll see first we have the Start Here. I've already minimized it. We have the Start Here Week 1 module with some information, some tools that you guys used last week to get to know the course and get to know Canvas, including your week 1 assignments, right? So all of those have been submitted and I'm working on grading those currently. So those grades should be posted probably by Wednesday. And I just wanted to show you, in case you didn't already know, that when you're in your Canvas page, you can minimize different modules because our page is going to get really long. And so once you finish your module, if you want, you can minimize it and then you can just concentrate on the module at hand. So for us, that's Module 1. So this is the first content module that we're going to have in the course. Last week it was just getting to know the course, getting to know each other, but now it's welcome to the content of children's literature. So in this module, and the module is 2 weeks long, in Module 1 we're going to be learning about what is children's literature and how to select it. And so when you look at our module, you're going to see that the first thing that you see is a wiki page, right? Introduction to Children's Literature. So each week in our class, I'm going to try to put a page here to kind of give you the overview of what's coming up during that week, right? So if you click on this, it's going to tell you what's the topic of study for this week, what texts do you need to read, what are some assignments that are due, and then what's coming up next week that you should be planning for, right? So this is kind of like this first wiki page in the module is to set you up for success for the first week. And so you'll know that in this first week of Module 1, we're reading about introductions to children's literature. You've got 2 readings that you have to complete. One is entitled Introduction to Children's Literature, which we'll look at in just a minute. And then the other is a chapter from Miller's book, Everybody is a Reader. And that chapter is part of your literacy autobiography assignment, so you can find it there. So what kind of work do you have to do this week? You have to do 2 things. You first have to complete a reading organizer, right? After you read the chapter on Introduction to Children's Literature, then you're going to do a reading organizer for that. And reading organizers are always due on Tuesdays at 11:59 p.m. So what that means is that I want you to get into the course for the week and I want you to get your reading done ahead of time because that's going to impact everything else that you do in the week for the course. And so get in, explore the reading, and complete the reading organizer by Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. And then the other assignment that you're going to do this week is the literacy autobiography assignment, right? And so those are the 2 main assignments for the week. When you see the hyperlinks here, those will also take you to the assignments, but I'll show you where to find them in our module as well. And then down here, the last thing that you'll see in our content page is looking ahead. What should you be planning for next week? And so what you see here is that in the second week of Module 2, you're going to complete your first reading commentary assignment. And so I know that you've read the syllabus, that it's important for you to have access to libraries. And this is just a reminder that, hey, your first reading commentary is coming up. You're going to need access to books. So get out to the library. You'll also see here a hyperlink to what kind of books do you need for all of the commentaries. So I would like you to use, make good use of your time at the library. And so this is just an overview of everything that is coming up and what kind of books you're going to need to be checking out from the library in order to be successful for your reading commentary. And so, there are hyperlinks here. So for example, in Module 2, your first reading commentary is using Caldecott Award winners. And so if you click on this link, it will take you to the Caldecott Award winners. And so any of these books you could check out and read for the reading commentary for that week. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack back to our course, but this is a super handy document to help you stay organized and stay on top of checking out books from the library. All right, so I'm going to go back. So now I'm going to go next. So you can navigate our module in one of 2 ways. You can hit the next button, or you can come back here and go back to modules and then click through it that way, right? So we just looked at the wiki page, right? And if you just click, I'm going to go back now here. if you just click on the next button at the bottom, it'll take you to the next, content page in our module, which is the reading for this week. So Introduction to Materials for Youth. Now, the readings that we're using in this course are all OERs, open educational readings. And what that means is that when you read this, you're going to see a lot of text, but you're also sometimes going to see hyperlinks or things that say like, try this out or read this. So when you're reading the text, you want to read everything on the page. And anytime you come to a hyperlink, you also want to explore that, right? So here's a try it, right? And so it's going to hyperlink you to some other things, and you want to go to those pages as well. So it's not just reading what's on the page, but it's also following through to any hyperlink you see in this text here. All right? Now, when you're done reading the text, it's going to take you to the next thing, which will be our reading organizer assignment, right? And so after you've read the text for this week on Introductions to Children's Literature, then you're going to do a reading organizer, and it's set up as a Google form. It'll always be a Google form. And so you're going to link to this form, and then you're going to go through and you're going to answer the questions. Now, the way that this form is set up is you can see all the 3 questions that you're going to have to manipulate after you're done reading. And these are the same questions that we will use throughout the course, right? And so you can become familiar with them. You can keep them in mind as you're reading through the course text. All right, now you'll notice that there's no submission here, right? So you need to complete the reading organizer, like I said, by Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. And when you complete the form and hit submit, then I'll have your answers. Don't worry about, not having to actually submit an assignment or something like this. When you complete the form, then I have access to it and I can enter your grades in Canvas. Okay, so we're going to keep going. And then this is going to take you to the last assignment for this week, which is the literacy autobiography, right? And so you're going to read Miller Chapter 2, and that's going to talk about different types of readers and get you thinking about what kind of reader are you? What kind of reader were you when you were younger? What kind of reader do you want to be? And then you're going to complete the literacy autobiography template. So this template, just like many that we'll use, is a Google Doc, right? And so when you first open it, it's going to open up as, is it going to open up as? It seems like maybe the link's not working. So let me just try it one more time. No, okay. I'm going to need to fix this link, which I will. But when you open it, it's going to open up as a view-only doc, and you'll have to make a copy so that you can manipulate it. So here is all of the information about how to make a copy so that you can manipulate the document. When you're done with the assignment, you'll submit it down here, actually right here up at the top where it says submit your assignment. You'll be able to upload a link to your Google Doc, or you can download it and upload it as a Word doc if you'd like. And then down here below is the rubric for how your literacy autobiography is going to be graded, okay? So that's the last assignment for this first week. Now you'll see we'll still have a next button because it's going to take you to week 2, right? And so when we click on this, you'll see that we're back to that wiki page with an overview for week 2. So the second week of our Module 1 is now selecting children's literature. So it tells you about the topic we're going to be reading about and learning about. It tells you what you have to read, and then the assignments that are due this week. Again, you've got a reading organizer due, so you know that that's about responding, answering questions about the text. And then this is the first time you're going to do your reading commentary. Okay, I will come back and post another video as we get closer to week 2 of Module 1, since this video is getting a little bit long, but I just wanted to kind of give an overview and a layout for the patterns you can expect to find in how our modules are set up. Thanks for listening.